toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A give to the tight end, Kelce. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is fielded at the 27. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are... Possession of the football. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Open man is Duvernay. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down on a well-designed play there. That gets them 16 to move the chains. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run behind center with Gainwell. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, They have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find Waller. That's complete. On the move past the 40. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated. One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch on that one for Kelce, and it's a first down. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefit.
Looking for Kelce there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Counter play with Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. The slot man in motion right. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Adams the man in motion right. Now they'll throw with Carr. And he's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly,
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Slot man moves right. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
The Chiefs take over first down at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
67-yard attempt.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and they will remain well behind.
It's hard to be surprised in the miss there with the way this first half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Valentine now from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
Express.
Now Carr. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On first down, Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jacobs going to try the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job here by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. To throw his Carr. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. Adams the man in motion right. Carr going to go on 4th down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Forced out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Mahomes throws on target to Duvernay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. On the counter, it's Gainwell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this offense on third down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
That's to his running back, Gainwell.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They will run for it with Gainwell.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Being chased out left. And he whips that one incomplete there.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 7.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
On the handoff, Gainwell. There on the stop, it's Neil Farrell.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
They'll try the left side with Gainwell.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Hey, 43, 15.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Mahomes takes it himself, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it's really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A good pickup there, a 22.
And here's a handoff to get.
And he loses the football a second time. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Hey, we're good. 694.
Carr going to look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Score, Raiders 56, Chiefs 10.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Las Vegas, their good start continues as they get their record.
For me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain.